He's riding down the high weirdness road, chasing every story nobody's told. Muppets in the backseat, vampires in tow. J.J. Vance on the high weirdness road. Cold case counties and abandoned towns. Something in the shadows keeps swirling round. CIA bot shouting, "Who killed Bill Cosby?" JJ just laughs and cranks the sound. Where the timelines bend and the truth gets loud, and the moon looks wrong behind a wandering cloud. If the vampires strike, well, that's just how it goes. He's riding down the high weirdness road, where impossible things are the stories he's old. From hidden hollers on a foggy night to the America's wasteland, heartland. J.J. Vance on the high weirdness road. He's rolling down the high weirdness road, chasing every phantom the archives hold. Truth gets strange, but he won't let go. J.J. Vance on the high weirdness road. Yeah, J.J. Vance on the high weirdness
Now, it goes.
5, 4, 3.
Howdy, folks. Your host, Double J, back here coming at you live from my studio / home on the range, located deep inside Big Sky country in the state of Montana. Welcome back, folks, to the interwebs. Once again, your host of Operation GCD here, right there. JJ Vance here, and most importantly, not the vice president, not right there. No bombs here, folks. Do not vote for me in 2028. Also, part-time vampire hunter. Thanks again for joining me here tonight. The old GCD, folks of the interwebs. I will be your pilot and navigator for tonight's shenanigan-infused journey into the mind of this particular garbage can dude. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, got a real barn burner on deck for y'all tonight. Some more Tom Cruise March Madness, if you will. It's actually nicknamed by one of our guests here this evening, Cosmic Peach, Julia. My machines don't work. Welcome back to Operation GCD, ma'am. Thanks for joining me here again to get a little GCD for your very first time.
Thanks for having me for my very first time. I'm glad it's with the Tom Cruise March Madness. I love it. We're here for it.
I was cracking up when you wrote that in the email when you accepted my invite for tonight's program. That's a very apt nickname. I got a little alien in the background there because Xenu's always watching them.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
For sure. It's your triumphant return, ma'am. It's been a few months. I'm trying to get back up and run here at Operation GCD, which has been happening the last couple of weeks. So it's good to have you back. Hope you'll join us again for some more. So was this the first time you'd seen this film? Had you seen this film before?
No, I've seen it several times, actually. It's been a while, but we'll get to it later. I remembered it as being kind of like the butterfly effect of the Tom Cruise movies. So I was, you sent me the list, and this one definitely stuck out because I remembered it the most and thought it was the most interesting. But you could have definitely put, what was that one? Vanilla Sky.
Ooh, I was so close to going with Vanilla Sky.
Oh, okay. That one was pretty interesting too.
But see, that's a knockoff film. The only reason I didn't do that is because that's not an original film. That's a knockoff from a Spanish film. Which, strangely
Okay.
enough, Penelope Cruz stars in both of them. She pulled a Marlon Brando's wife, Mutiny on the Mutiny on the Bounty on the
I don't
Mutiny
know.
on the Bounty.
I don't
These
know if I
names
ever
am I
saw
making
that.
this up?
I don't know,
Marlon
but
Brando's Polynesian wife starred with him in the same film that she'd previously made like 20 years prior. I might be making all these things
showed me Vanilla Sky. I had never seen it. And I honestly am not like just a Tom Cruise lover. You know what I'm saying? But I did like that one. I know it's a remake, but I thought it was really good.
Yeah, was that Cameron Crowe?
Yeah.
Yeah, was he? That's an odd film for him too. Yeah, well, you know what? I might have to add it to next March Madness for Tom Cruise March Madness because there's only so many weeks in this madness of March.
Right. Yeah. What you could have also chosen the horrible what was it, like Mummy
Fantasy?
Part 15? Or do you know what I'm talking about? He
Wasn't
did
he
like
in
the
that
Mummy
weird
movie.
film Fantasy? You know who can help answer this question? Our next guest, Phil Z, Special Agent of the Dewey Decimal System. Welcome back to Operation GCD, sir, for your very first time.
Thank you. Happy to be here for my first time.
I feel like these questions I've been arbitrarily throwing you into the ether. You probably have some input on Tom Cruise. What was that weird one he did? Fantasy?
Legend?
Legend. There we go. I knew I was renaming stuff. Sometimes I rename things. It's like my Bill Paxton, Bill Pullman conflation I have, and tonight I can tell you. And before rewatching this, I probably couldn't tell you which one it was. I can triumphantly tell you though.
Bill Paxton.
Whoa! That's spoiler alert. I was gonna wait to the end. So when was the first time you'd seen this one, Phil?
This past Sunday.
Oh, so that was your very first viewing. You and the missus, all right?
Yep, first time. But I did notice a correlation already in terms of one of the future movies. Is the director of this movie directed American Made?
That's right, and I think they're both Brett Ratner Productions.
Yep.
You know, Epstein's buddy.
And
Cocaine Evans underling. Brett Ratner.
What's name? The writer, Christopher McQuarrie, who's been a collaborator of Tom Cruise for a while now. He's done like about nine movies, I think.
Yeah, I think it's once he split from Homegirl because now he's teamed up with Larry Ellison's son in Skydance Pictures. Isn't that correct? Isn't that his new venture?
Who? Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, because he was with what's name? Paula Wagner was his.
Yeah, they split. Partner. They split paths. Did you ever see the film Fall Guy, which has almost nothing to do with the original series except for Lee Majors makes an appearance near the end?
No, that's.
I swear that's based on Tom Cruise. Right, they kill a stuntman, and it's a very Tom Cruise like action hero dude, and his very demanding production partner, right, who looks just like Wagner, right?
I got to see that.
Have you ever seen that one?
No, I haven't seen.
Oh well, spoiler alert! They try to murder Channing Tatum, and they murdered a different stuntman, and then they were just covering up. They were just murking stuntmen of Tom Cruise's, fake Tom Cruise in the film. And Channing Tatum just happened to be one of them. It is Channing Tatum. Nope. Disregard. I mixed those two up. Ryan Gosling. It was a decent film.
Okay.
Those are very much, by the way, much like Bill Paxton, Bill Pullman. You may be thinking they're not the same person. They're the same person, like acting wise. Like Channing Tatum and Ryan Gosling, you could take either one of them and put them in any film they're in, and you'd be like, it's the same film.
I'm with you.
There's no change. There's no dynamic.
I disagree. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to see Ryan Gosling step up.
There you go. Well, that's because that's how he started. Was he a Disney kid? He was a Disney kid.
Oh, wait, even better. I don't want to see Ryan Gosling in Magic Mike either.
He did.
So, I
He did a
don't
whole
know.
movie. He did a whole film dancing scene called La La Land. It's actually our next guest's favorite film. The name of the unredacted names in the Epstein files. Welcome back, Jonah. Troublemaker Jonah.
Mutiny on the
Welcome
Bounty
back
is
to
what
Operation
all
GCD for listeners
about.
then.
Beastie Boys can turn it on now. Come on, Mutiny on the Bounty. You gotta know that's a Beastie Boys lyric.
Mutiny on the Bounty. That's the name of the film, right? I knew it, dude. I knew it. There you go.
Mutiny
So I
on the
appreciate
Bounty.
you.
Yeah. I just know it. I just know it's
Marlon
that's
Brando's
unlicensed
wife.
ill.
Oh, okay. I was unfamiliar with the illness licenses there, but
You don't know about
Marlon
the Beastie
Brando's
Boys?
wife played the same role, dude, in both films, like Penelope Cruz did in Vanilla Sky. It's fucking interesting, man.
I mean, Nicolas Cage played a snuff film director, and then he was allegedly. No. I mean, you didn't ask me, but I seem to remember like Andy McDowell wasn't this hot in the movie originally, and then I always thought fucking what's his name, Bill Murray was funnier the first time I watched this movie.
Oh, you're talking about Groundhog Day. I see what you've done here. Tonight's film, Edge of Tomorrow, 2014 cinematic masterpiece. I do appreciate y'all joining me here to get a little GCD.
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's not that the Vanilla Sky's not original. Neither is this. This is fucking Groundhog Day.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I was discussing that with Philip previous to the show as well. It's basically a Philip K. Dick nightmare meets Groundhog Day, right?
Yep.
It's
no, it's Tom Cruise, so it's just Philip Dick. Philip Dick the fish.
It has some interesting moments, but before we get into that, this is that one I was talking about, the Fall Guy, and I'm pretty sure after watching this film.
Fun fact: that faggot and the bitch in the Notebook are both from this town, and they're like where I live. Pretty.
That's why I said he's your favorite actor.
No, they're both from London, Ontario. Well, she grew up in St. Thomas, though, which is kind of I'm the same distance from both of them. They're like 20 minutes from me.
Well, we got Emily Smokes Blunts. That's what reminded me of this film as well. Emily Smokes Blunts is in this film. She is the co-star of tonight's film. But basically, this one, I'm convinced after watching it that Tom Cruise and his former production partner, Paul Wagner, have definitely murdered. They're just out there murking stuntmen after watching this film.
I could see that.
No.
That's the plot of this film. That's what's going on here. And at one point in time, not Channing Tatum was involved in that. He was the stuntman.
Well, you think
you want to know who else? You want to know who else is tied here to London, real quick, just for fun?
England, Kentucky, or Ontario?
Ontario.
Okay. All right, I got one for Kentucky.
Harley Pasternak went to the UWO, which is University of Western Ontario. Now, fun fact, that school is also located in the subdivision, which is known as Masonville.
That sounds a bit interesting. All right. Harley Pasternak is the inventor of what?
No, he's the one that was fucking. He's the one that was Canadian intelligence and Kanye's fucking personal.
Yeah, he's the inventor of Kanye's other personality, right?
Yeah. So that's a tie-in to where I'm from too. You know. Well, not where I'm from, but where I'm living currently, I should say.
Do they have aliens? Are you being invaded by aliens up there? Not of the Sikh or Punjab variety, of the extraterrestrial variety, sir.
Yeah, so there's a couple of big beaches around here because like Lake Ontario and Lake Erie and Lake Huron are all like within an hour from where I am. They banned.
That's where the aliens are at, the lakes.
Yeah,
I seen that movie M. Night Shyamalan Signs. They didn't like water in that.
Let me finish my story, bro. Julia's on, so I'm not gonna yell so much. But let me finish my story. So there's so many aliens here that are shitting all over the beaches that they had to ban fucking tents on the beach because they just shit on the beach under the tent. Literally, now if you go to the beach, you'll have security come up if you have a tent with you. They're like they're
green men are sitting on the beach in Canada.
Brown men with red dots on their head. I mean, yeah.
So we're back to the Sikh and Punjab invasions. Let's see where we're going with this. Well, in tonight's film,
I mean, at least we don't have one running our FBI though.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll save my commentary on that Muppet. But tonight's 2014 cinematic masterpiece, we have a number of Muppets, including Xenu's favorite actor in Hollywood, Tom Cruise. My favorite actor to watch play a tall man who knows how to fight. And it does have an interesting production staff and writers and everything else, as we were briefly touching on there. But what was your all's first thoughts when you seen the film? Julia, why don't you start us off there, ma'am?
Well, I think the ending of the movie is probably the most interesting part, and I'll say why later. But I thought that, I know you guys have said it's like the Groundhog Day, but I, for some reason, got like butterfly effect vibes. You know, if I wake up this time, then I'll do a little something different. Maybe I can change like what the outcome is and whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a Tom Cruise movie. I'll give it out of 10. What are they called? The mimics. I'll give it 6.2 out of 10 mimics. That's my rating.
There you go. Well, I appreciate that. That is what they called them, mimics, and they were kind of like little. They had different levels of aliens in this film, right? They had the main one, which got you stuck in the time loop if you murked it, which that happened to Tom Cruise. Then they had the mothership. I got some good esoteric shit going on in this one. Well, I feel like Tom Cruise loves alien stuff. I have to imagine he just showed up every day with an erection to this film set every day. Without a dead fish. But yeah, they even did a meme about the mimics though in the film, right? The fellow that fights without just his underwear's on.
No, he doesn't wear underwear. Balls out, bro. Literally, they have mech warrior. No, his asshole's hanging out, so he get fucking raped by the mimics. Like, what the fuck? Like, really, you're going into battle with your asshole hanging out?
Well, you thought it was getting raped by the mimics. You thought it was the mimics. Tom Cruise showed up again with an erection every day. It's an alien film. So, Phil Z, special agent of the Dewey Decimal System, sir. I appreciate your time and expertise again, or insight. We missed you last week on the firm. I feel like you would have had a lot to offer there, but sadly, you got pulled into a special mission there at the Dewey Decimal System. So I totally understand.
Hey, like I said, I watched 69 movies, and they all had firm in the title, but for some reason, Tom Cruise wasn't one of them. I mean, what?
It was Tim Cruise, huh? With a Z.
Yeah, I mean,
so what was your biggest? What was the thing that stood out most for you there, Phil, when you first seen this here the other night?
You know, I mean, there was sort of like the comic elements of it. You know, just watching as like Tom Cruise, like staggers, like in the super soldier. Like just befuddled and trying to worm his way out of service, and which you almost wonder if there ever are the occasional people who get jobs as recruiters and then turn out to be, oh yeah, I'm not going to serve. Like, oh shit, this is real. I got to do this, and just watch it. Like, you don't get to see. And again, I'm not saying Tom Cruise has broad.
JJ was.
He's. Let's put it this way. He's better than some of the other people who got somewhere because of Scientology. But you see him in some of those scenes, and it was funny. Like, there's certain parts I'm kind of laughing to it, and then I think action sequences were really good, and I thought though, but at the same time, you're kind of like, okay,
God.
You're kind of waiting to see
God.
what
Greetings, gentlemen, ladies.
How's it going, Tad?
Excellent. Pardon me, Phil.
And what's going to change, and it was funny when he's introduced to the scientist who is actually also in Vanilla Sky, Noah Taylor, who in one of his first movies was actually in a movie with Nicole Kidman also.
She's hot in person, though. She's hot in person.
The movie he was in with Nicole Kidman, the other person who was in it, Tandy Newton, who was in Mission Impossible.
That can't be a real person.
Nira Tandon?
Look her up.
Tandy Newton sounds like a candy bar.
She played Condoleezza Rice.
I was thinking it sounds like a candy bar, dude.
She played Condoleezza Rice in W. But
Tandy Newton. All right.
Yeah,
with
she she accused the director of the movie she was in with Nicole Kidman of like grooming her.
Yeah, she was in Mission Impossible too.
Yep.
She was homegirl in Mission Impossible too, right? Yeah.
Bitch, that's called being an agent.
I think I heard recently on Julia's show, Cosmic Peach. I'm one of your biggest fans, Julia. I think I heard recently a woman describing being groomed by Nicole Kidman, raped, molested, taken advantage of by Nicole Kidman in Australia.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that today. Thanks for bringing that up, Todd. And also thank you for listening.
I love your show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I was going to try to tie the whole Nicole Kidman thing in, obviously, because of her Tom Cruise era. But yeah, so that woman from Australia, she said Nicole and her whole family, like Nicole's dad.
Yeah, her dad ran MK Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
Was this Fiona Barnett?
Fiona Barnett,
dude.
yeah.
Barnett.
Her dad's. If you look into Dr. Kidman's death, it was in Singapore. It's like straight up fucking murder by real suicide, just like Epstein. But let's jump back into the movie if I'm not jumping on Phil's feet here. And
did Phil have anything else there, Phil? Did you have anything else there to add?
I mean, just you keep wondering, like as the training sequence, right? Like he's still getting it. Like when is he finally going to get it? You just kind of get drawn into it, and you're just wondering, like, as Rita's trying to teach him, and she keeps shooting him, kind of resetting and whatnot. When is he finally going to break through? When is he going to be able to get to the next step? And but it's kind of having that patience, like something like Groundhog
They
Day.
did have that was a tumultuous point, if I may say. That was a very tumultuous point, a little drama in the plot line when Emily Blunt's character, Tom Cruise's character, they find out they're both, in this she had previously been stuck in the time loop, so she's telling him about it. Somehow she remembers the time loop, and here's another little plot point I was unfamiliar with. Maybe y'all can help me out with. Got lost my brain hole on it. How did her assistant? How was he so up to speed on everything every day? Because every day they repeat. Every day they're training.
I don't care about that, but I got to jump in here because I got a really good. That doesn't matter. I got a really good fucking Todd. I'm gonna set you up nice. You better fucking spike this volleyball when I set it up.
I better deliver. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be fooling now. Don't be fooling, Jonah.
What do you got for us, Jonah? What was the biggest thing?
I'm coming hardcore with the fucking esoteric shit on this one. This is literally like So this is a Kabbalistic version of Adam and Eve. Like he talks about, she was the one first, so Eve ate the apple first, and then he gets this blood on his face. Every time she shoots him, you get the emanations of the light. Going to Isaac Luria. First time he meets her, every time he meets her, she does the cobra, so she sits up that way, and then the different levels of the mimics, the alpha and the omega. This is literally a Kabbalistic telling of the Adam and Eve story and the fucking emanations of light, Isaac Luria. Now, Todd, I want you to jump on that as the wizard.
Well, jump on that as the wizard. That's good stuff. I like that. Definitely esoteric, elements all behind, and almost everything Tom Cruise is in is almost like going through the tarot chart or wherever. Every movie is that same, the hero's journey, from the magician to the or from the fool to the magician to the end of the world or whatever. So I always love your analysis, Jonah. I went deeper into the political corruption and sort of the weird family history lines. Thank you again, JJ, for making us research this stuff, because you learn these weird things. The director's father was interesting to me. Don Lyman. I don't know if anybody looked at Don Lyman, the director.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Don Lyman does some interesting films himself.
Real quick, I'm going to interrupt. They made a mistake on that poster. It's join the IDF.
I kind of took note of that. UDF, IDF, they're similar, very similar.
It's a very
Blue.
UN organization, right?
Blue and white colors, yeah, totally. But Don Lyman's parents are interesting. When you go back and look at who Don Lyman is, Don Lyman's career is kind of blessed. Born in 1965.
Oh, shit, dude. His dad was in the Iran-Contra affair, dude?
His dad was chief counsel of the Iran-Contra hearings.
Yeah, oh shit.
Not only that, but his dad was also the chief legal counsel, or the chief of the counsel into the Attica prison riots, given charge by Rockefeller, Governor Rockefeller. The Rockefeller himself ordered those prisoners be slaughtered in a matter of minutes. 29 people were killed.
Yeah.
And 39 people were killed, 29 prisoners and 9 hostages. And after that, they put Don Lyman's dad in there to schmooze this thing over and see if you can find any lessons from this horrible thing that just happened. And that made such an impact on Don Lyman that and the McCarthy hearings, as I went back into Don Lyman's dad. Don Lyman's dad sat at the McCarthy hearings when he was a law student going to Yale University to get his law degree at Yale, and or political science. He went political science at Harvard and his law degree at Yale. That's quite the history. But he went to the McCarthy hearings and was so freaked out about this McCarthy calling everyone communist that he made it his life's mission he realized that lawyers could change the world for the better. That's what Wikipedia says. I'm going, wow, thanks, JJ, for enlightening me. So he's so traumatized by the McCarthy hearings that he becomes he sharpens his teeth on the drug war. He first starts with throwing people in prison for drug offenses, prosecuting them. And then he realizes that later on that the mandatory minimum sentencing, throwing people in prison for ridiculous terms for drug uses, might not be like the greatest idea or thing for society. So another hero's journey, Jonah, when you look back at Don Lyman's father.
I think we lost Jonah, dude. I was on a different page, dude. I didn't come back here and Jonah's gone, but that's very interesting on your part and Jonah's, sir. And I think Phil might have some stuff to comment here. But Phil, maybe answer this question. How is Homeboy running the Iran-Contra hearings, yet he's the lawyer for one of the major money launderers for the Iran-Contra scandal?
Controlled opposition?
Michael Milken.
And then, Todd, I was saying before you came in, I said Lyman directed, the son directed American Made. So there's another connection with Tom Cruise now. And I
coming up next week.
Before I said,
please bring me on, JJ, for that
American
one.
Made wasn't the original title. The original title was Mina. And then I think as they kind of took the movie into a little bit more of a, Hollywood direction, they took a lot of the truth out of it, made it the blockbuster, blockbuster type. Because I remember I used to, what was it? The Blacklist, 100 top unproduced screenplays. And I remember when I first saw it as Mina, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And I remember Daniel Hopsicker, who wrote Barry and the Boys, was like, yeah, no, they consulted me, but he's like, the direction they were going in, he's like, I knew how it was going to turn out. And so, they made it into, but they
left a lot out. They left a lot out. Let's put that way.
I thought it was very similar to the treatment that they did to Kill the Messenger about Gary Webb with starring James Renner, right?
Jeremy Renner, yeah.
They kind of have a history of taking over the narrative on these things and make them look a little better and make them look like we learned something, like Don Lyman's dad was asked by Governor Rockefeller to do about the Attica prison riots.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, anyways, the Attica prison riots, you're probably familiar with that situation, Phil. 1,200 prisoners took over the movie.
With Kyle MacLachlan and Samuel L. Jackson and what was it?
Al Pacino?
One of the guys who was there. No. That was Dog Day, him Attica. Yeah. But I remember when in the movie when they introduced William Kunstler, who was brought down there to represent the inmates, because the whole concern was, were they going to be charged with murder because there was already a dead guard at that point. And the issue that really was after that was the whole thing like, oh, there's going to be no reprisals against the prisoners. Well, they waited till it died down, and then the guards retaliated. After they retook the prison, they made sure the guards kind of took their own revenge, and there might have been additional murders that got covered up, but that's not surprising when it was Rockefeller as the governor and whatnot. And
the prison system, they were rioting over conditions, horrible conditions, segregation
I'm just curious because I was studying the prison riot. It's one of the worst in U.S. history. That Edward Wayne Edwards, the serial killer you probably never heard of, was involved in. The Deer Lodge prison.
He was up there. He was there for that.
He was there. Not only was he there, it seems that a number of these characters and one of the guys, one of the leaders, says that he intentionally got put in there. They let him out of Alcatraz. They shipped him to Georgia. He got on a bus then to Billings, Montana, robbed a bank so they could get put in the maximum security prison for state prison. Edward Wayne Edwards did the same thing. He came back here. He was over there in Oregon pulling some hood rat shit up in your neck of the woods, Julia. And then he came back to Montana and did the same thing. He'd gotten away with so many crimes. He intentionally got himself caught. The other guy admitted to it, but I'm saying they had to call the National Guard in. The whole prison got taken over. The new warden got murked. I think that was the intent. He just came in from Wisconsin. I don't think he was well liked. So one of the guys that started the riot said he got put in that prison intentionally, and they just let him out of. They just closed down at the time. They just closed down. This is like 58. So
because they knew he'd be a really great element in a prison riot. I'm assuming.
There you go.
He'd really do some stuff. Are we seeing this
in play, right, for a prison riot? I'm not saying the conditions weren't terrible. I'm just saying, like, I would like to look at more of these details of the Attica riot.
Are we seeing this situation again? We're taking on the cartels now down in Mexico. Is anybody watching this story now? I've heard stories that special forces were training Mexican police and their drug enforcement agencies, and then they're getting special forces training and going and joining the cartels. So now we're going to go fight the cartels that we trained to become the most vicious fighters. Where have I seen this thing before?
The movie Sicario.
And 9/11 is do something like that with Osama bin Laden. I'm going, is this? It's like deja vu. It's like Tom Cruise in this movie, Edge of Tomorrow. We're having deja vu here. Can't beat this demon, alien demon.
You ain't kidding, sir. Lots of alien demons. You know what? They could have fewer alien demons, I think, if they had Kevin Bacon in this film. Because I see him in Tremors. He took care of them little things that come through the sand real fast on you.
Oh man, we should have Wilford Brimley in there.
Yeah, he'd been great. So Commander, General Bran Flakes. Phil, we missed you. Phil, we missed you. I got to say, Phil, we missed you on that movie, The Firm, sir.
I wish I could have been there. I was telling James.
I wish you'd have been there. You could have yelled over Jonah. Some interesting things on that film. I'm just teasing. We love you, Jonah. We love your loud, obnoxious voice.
You're a fucking Mormon. You're a fucking Mormon. What are you doing?
Well, now that you're back, you fell off there for a moment. I did like your analysis, your analysis of the situation, the esoteric understanding of tonight's film. I didn't even pick up on that. What you said there made a lot of sense to my brain hole. Can you say that again?
Yeah,
I had a question for you, but now I forgot what it was.
Yeah, no, I was saying that, so she was Eve, and then she took the bite of the apple first because she got the fucking blue ink all over her face. And then he got the blue ink all over his face, and the emanations of the light, if you look into Isaac Luria, and then obviously that leads on to Sabatine Zevi, and then Jacob Frank. But Isaac Luria was the rabbi who first kind of comes up with the Lurianic Kabbalah. And then, so the emanation is light every time he dies. So basically, they have to fill the different things until they get it right, and then they take back over. It's a little bit more involved, but I'm trying to dumb it down as fast as possible for 5 minute
No, I mean, I like it.
analysis.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
They named the different the mimics. There was the Alpha and the Omega. So if you look at
That's
God
right.
and
There you go, sir.
the Alpha and the Omega. So that's straight up in the name of God in certain versions of the Tanakh or the Old Testament or whatever, right?
It's
So
the beginning and the end, right?
yeah, and the whole fucking thing is literally just a retelling of the Adam and Eve story. The returning to the
Is that the snake?
What's that? Oh yeah, and then she's the serpent even though too because when she every time he meets
So
her at
she's
the
the
start when he
serpent.
first
Emily Blunt's the serpent.
when he meets her every single time she does the cobra pose to get up, right? So she's the serpent.
Yeah. All right. I like where you're going with that. And she's the one with all the knowledge because she's the one who's telling him how her experiences were.
She had that. She first bit the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? So I mean, the whole fucking thing is just.
Sir. I like it.
But
I don't like
kind of funny.
Demons. I do not want to run into these unless Kevin Bacon's around.
You know what that is, though, right?
That's like Jonah after a night at the bar right there, going home.
No, fuck off. That's you know what that is? You know what that is, though? Like, if you really look at it, that's the fucking serpent behind the Pope and not saying pizza. If you look at the Pope and the Serpent Hall or whatever, I forget the name of it.
Oh,
it's not St. Peter's.
Yeah.
That's the fucking serpent behind him. I'm telling you, look at that and then pull up that picture of the fucking demon that they have in the snake theater.
Let me pull that up real quick. That does look very, very familiar, doesn't it? I was going to mention this when you mentioned Mina there, Phil. They then originally called this film Live, Die, Repeat while it was in the theaters.
And Uncle Ted, they don't leave my house in the morning.
That was the other name.
Kidding.
That was just.
I'm kidding.
Oh shit! No,
do
you recall why they changed this one?
Though.
What's that, sir?
What's that?
Do you have a confession here? Is that what we're doing here? You got some bodies in the basement?
I think I straight faced enough when I said that. I might be getting a knock in the morning.
That's what I'm getting at. You might want to clarify that. So, do y'all remember why they changed? I don't know that I ever saw why they changed the name of the film. Was it?
It was a Japanese writer, and probably two. It was a Japanese audience.
Don't understand what the film was about. They're like, "Oh, live, die, repeat." No, not doing.
Yeah, it was written for more. Some people are into anime and that type of writing at that time.
Oh, this was an anime type. I could see the anime kind of motif to it.
And they released comic books from the original story, and then they released revisions with the clips, like pictures from the movie mixed in with the original story. So it really made a big deal out of this.
I thought it was Eat, Pray, Love.
You're right. It is Eat, Pray,
Might
Love.
as well be.
Sequel to Eat, Pray, Love. Live, Die, Repeat. They ate, they prayed, and they repeated it.
Was it A Time to Kill, JJ?
Well, you're going to get me confused with some different films. I got too many.
Time to Kill.
Time to Kill Mississippi Burning.
I wrote it down.
I talked about this last week, and I'm already confused again.
We're on the John Grisham.
I gotta say, let's go ahead and kill a Mockingbird. Mockingbird Media. Not like any of that is happening right now.
So when Tom Cruise first encounters Homegirl, she gets shot in the initial sequence, but he wakes up. Well, first of all, I caught one of the things I first seen today was I caught the irony in the fact that you mentioned, I think before, Phil, he's the PR guy for this UN effort, even though he's U.S. military, he's U.S. Marine, right, officer, PR. Yeah. And he hates
blood, hates the sight of blood.
It's weird, the kind of the blending of reality.
To bring Todd on your next show. I don't know if they're talking about Friday or Thursday.
Yeah, Todd's always welcome here on the show, sir.
You got to have me on the next one, please. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and I'll
absolutely. Let me-
co-host. I'll co-host. We can do it Friday.
Come on down, sign me up, sir. Both you sirs.
We'll give Jonah
I
the
don't
gavel and let him decide who talks next show and who
Let's
doesn't.
see, intervention. So it kind of reminded me of Vanilla Sky, because Vanilla Sky, they're blending reality with fiction. Like, you don't really, like, they're always like, what is reality? What's a dream sequence? Or is it all a dream sequence kind of deal, right? I could see your comparisons with this film here, Julie, because there is a lot of that going on. I mean, there's the Groundhog Day effect where he's up every day and going through the same kind of sequence, but they do a lot of that blending of shit. And we see the opening sequence. We get Tom Cruise doing CNN. He's got Tom Cruise he's doing all the BBCs, you know.
Can I attack the
British
major
Broadcasting
plot
Corporation?
line? Can I attack the major
What?
fucking plot line fucking like hole in this movie?
Besides that the assistant knew everything every day?
No, way bigger than that. That motherfucker's on CNN. He's on BBC.
Sir. What's bigger than that?
Okay, Tom Cruise's character is on the CNN. He's on BBC. He's on Al Jazeera, and then he gets fucking mistakenly switched down from a major to a fucking private. Not a single person recognizes him, but he's the fucking mouthpiece for like 5 fucking years on the whole fucking war. Come on.
I can help you out with that plot point. They've been under a communications lockdown for 3 weeks previous to the attack, so they didn't get.
Yeah, he's been running his mouth for a fucking year at least.
Well, those are brand new systems. Those are brand new systems they just brought out. He was telling everybody.
And hey, wait 1 minute. Did you happen to notice his name was Major Nicolas Cage?
It was absolutely not Major Nicolas Cage.
It's William Cage.
Yes.
It was close.
Nicolas Cage.
Bill Cage.
Okay.
Tom Cruise left
Bill
the
Colby.
BBC. I was
Bill
going
Colby.
there with that.
Bill Colby. Bill Colby?
That blending of reality, though. So you get Tom Cruise on all these networks. They even flash in a quick image of Hillary Clinton, who was then Secretary
Al
of State.
Jazeera? Al Jazeera?
Was that on the Al Jazeera clip? Okay.
Yep.
No, they had Al Jazeera in there, though.
Yeah, they did.
That's what I'm saying. It really blends reality because they're showing you the actual. You hear Anderson Cooper's voice. I don't remember you see him in the sequence, but you definitely hear his voice interviewing.
Yeah,
Tom
but they didn't have Wolf Blitzer, bro.
Well, that's because he starred in the other Tom Cruise film, Mission Impossible 17.
Although you know what we
He
need
was
to
in
do
one of
now
them.
that
They did the fake, fake terror.
You know that we.
They did a wacky dog terror thing on the terrorists. Remember that one? Was that Mission Impossible? Something.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's Mission Impossible 2, I think. But
Wolf Blitzer scene was in there. Whatever his name is.
What about Tuggin Tubbin?
I don't think it's a real person.
But
I don't think it's a real name. I'm going to challenge.
Yeah, no, Tobin or whatever. Fucking Tubbin, the guy who got caught masturbating during COVID on a fucking CNN.
Jeffrey Toobin. And Jeffrey Toobin, whose first big case was Iran-Contra. He was involved with the Ali Moore trial.
Shit! I wonder if he knew.
He was a star reporter on that, or Toobin?
He was. Toobin was. He was one of the lawyers, because that was
one of the lawyers. So he's illegal.
Oh yeah. He's
legal.
The first time I ever
better than Alan Dershowitz. At least Alan Dershowitz doesn't jerk off on camera during Zoom meetings that I'm familiar with. Alan Dershowitz does, however.
Those are the Epstein meetings.
Well, they're both equivalently tarballs when it comes to legal speak. I'm not an attorney. I'm also not the vice president either. But Alan Dershowitz legitimately this interview for the UK 60 Minutes, defending Prince Andrew, former Prince Andrew, the prince formerly known as Andrew. And during this interview, he had an old lady sex doll on his couch of his living room in the background. The entire interview.
Dershowitz.
Creepy ass Dershowitz.
Oh, God, he's so creepy. He's so creepy. He's the one that went with Epstein and then got the massage, but he didn't take his underwear off. He didn't take his underwear off. He just stripped down his underwear, and these young girls, I don't know, I thought they were 18. He said, I don't know what he said. I forget what he said, but he didn't do nothing.
I mean,
the definition of the word is.
Hey, if she has her license and she's only 16 and working, then that's fine. But I mean,
I don't know. These views are
I wonder. I wonder if.
I don't think.
I wonder if.
People give him T4s out though, right? Or W5s or whatever the fuck you call them.
I wonder if that song by Ringo Starr was playing in the background. You're 16, you're beautiful, and you're mine, mine. Remember that Ringo Starr song? You're my baby. You're my
Nah,
star.
bro. I was born in '78. Julie
Well, that
was even
song
younger.
came out about
like,
1978 or
I didn't know that
77.
Ringo ever wrote another song besides Octopus's Garden. Was it Octopi Garden, maybe?
Ringo Starr, he didn't write that. I mean,
No,
that was a Lonely Beatles
song.
song. Sir.
He got a little help from his friends.
there you go. At Langley, yeah. His friends at.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
The Bill Hicks joke. The Beatles got so high they even let Ringo write a tune.
There you go.
And wait, Alex Jones? What?
He was the hardest one to drag along. He was the hardest one to fake, they said.
So, Julia, what was your favorite part of the film?
It was actually the ending where they go to Paris. And are we there yet, or should I save my comment?
No, wherever you want to be.
It's a 12-year-old film at this point, and folks don't even get spoiler alert. You know what I mean?
Well, so I know you guys have watched. Oh, thank you for saying so. It's good to be back. Have you watched? Why am I blanking? Tom Hanks and
Da Vinci Code.
Oh, Da Vinci Code.
Oh, my bad.
Like they say that Mary Magdalene's bones are under the pyramid, the Louvre or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Mhm.
Like,
Have you read
at
the
end of
book though?
They all all the bloodlines or whatever go back. The whole city is mapped around the Louvre, and you got to go
Jesus' lineage escaped to France.
down. Right,
The lineage of Jesus escaped to France.
Yeah, but
Merovingian
there's 7
bloodlines.
books now. Secret of the Secrets is the most recent one, and that's all about we're all the hive mind.
Well, there were the Merovingian bloodline or something like that, and they mapped this path to the Louvre.
Yeah,
and that's supposedly where Mary Magdalene's bones are. But at the end of this movie, it's like Jonah was kind of saying with the Alpha and the Omega, the weird stuff that the story they're trying to tell, they have to go to the Louvre. Like that's the end. That's like the
which
whole
is the
end
pyramid
of the
though
movie.
too.
Yeah, and there's the pyramid there, definitely.
It just stuck out to me because it's like, why those two movies are nothing obviously alike, but it just seems interesting, this story they're telling in this movie and all the symbolism with the Alpha and the Omega and and they have to get to the Louvre because in order to kill the aliens, they gotta get something under the pyramid. It was
you gotta
weird.
hire Kevin Bacon. No, that's an interesting point. That is a very another esoteric thing because it's a double pyramid, right? It's the as above, so below pyramid, right?
What if? I mean, here's a possibility. Just taking off what Julia said. What if, thinking of Stephen King, in certain of his books, it could be a Castle Rock book, and then something like The Dark Tower, or in Hearts in Atlantis, and he has certain things that are connected. Who's to say that different writers, that there aren't some sort of movie connections?
There for sure is, Phil. That's exactly. Colby's got me on the Dark Tower series. I haven't even finished the first book, but supposedly he ties everything in to that series. So I feel like when I see stuff like that come up in movies, it's like a signal because they use signals all the time. Yeah.
But jumping on what Julia said, hopefully this is what Lawrence Gardner. But if you go to so you see he's a stockbroker, but he wrote a whole series of books.
Dude, out of control, dude. Out of control. Sorry.
the one that I'm there you go. It's talking about Mary Magdalene there. So most famous of his books, and it's cited. First place
Bloodline
I
of the
heard of
Holy
it was
Grail, the
the
hidden
Bloodline of
lineage
the
of
Holy
Jesus
Grail, right there.
revealed.
There you go.
Boom, dude.
Yeah, that
Are
one.
you familiar,
This is a
Julie?
good
Are you
16
familiar with
years
that
after.
book?
Oh,
Are you
if I
familiar
may-
with that
if I may-
book?
if I may
Pardon me,
real
John.
quick.
JJ, sorry.
No, that's right. I just want to say this is 16 or so years after the fellas that Dan Brown copied for the Da Vinci Code, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Holy Blood,
yeah.
Holy
No,
Grail.
Holy Blood,
this
Holy
one
Grail.
though
Thank you,
is
sir.
Holy Blood,
this
Holy
one
Grail, and the
here is
Messianic
actually
Legacy.
no. This is
Part
far
2.
better than that. This is far better than that one because
No,
what it is
I'm not saying that, but did they use this book as the basis for that book?
no, within that book, and I do recommend that anyone who's watching this should go ahead and read it, The Bloodline of the Holy Grail. Not just that one, but he actually does family trees going back and showing. So he'll go through and he brings up Dagobert and he brings up. I mean, you could probably pull up one of the family trees. I have that on one of my devices, but if I try to
I see that he
start
does
pulling it,
Genesis of the Grail Kings, the ancient
yeah.
bloodline of Christ and the true heritage.
And he's a stockbroker and he's also a historian. So he actually, when he starts talking about these people and their belief systems, he brings out fucking full family trees of Herod, of the Caesars, of Dagobert, the Stuarts. Yeah, he does all this shit. It's fantastic reading. I'm not saying I buy it 100%. I'm not saying I don't buy it 100%. You know, I'm
I
sure
hear you,
it's
dude.
probably
I hear
like
you, but it's good.
it's probably
sounds
like
a good
40,
read. I'm
60,
definitely gonna
30,
check it out.
70.
It's all about bringing a compelling argument. If you can bring a compelling argument and you have some evidence as opposed to just, pardon me, like bloviating, just talking out your ass, basically, then it's something that's interesting. And I think I mentioned this before, that like Holy Blood, Holy Grail, Dan Brown basically took those guys' ideas, took the one guy's name, inverted it for Ian McKellen's character, and basically became the fictional gatekeeper of a story for them to basically write off and say, hey, it's a Dan Brown book.
Yeah, like a Lovecraft, but he wasn't invited to steal the characters in this plot line.
Yeah, because they saved him, right?
And if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, though, the bloodline of the Holy Grail is actually, like I say, he's a historian. So even Holy Blood, Holy Grail is based on like a true guy came out and with all the documents or whatever. Well, Lawrence Gardner actually went to all these fucking European libraries and pulled up like all the genealogies and everything, and he lines it out directly and shows like, oh, this person gave birth to this person again, who gave birth to this person, and he goes down the whole line or lineage and what their claims are. So it's fantastic read.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. I'll definitely check that out. Are you familiar with this one? Jesus, Last of the Pharaohs.
Yes.
No.
You ever see the theory that Obama is fucking the reincarnation of fucking
I think that's silly, dude. I think that's
if they got his canopic, or whatever the fuck it is, his canopic jar.
Where do those two? If you've read both those books, where do those two intersect? Because he does some genealogy there too,
right? Dude.
I'm saying, do they have different theories of these genealogies? Because he traces it back to the ancient kingdom of Edessa.
Yeah, I think it's different genealogies on that. I'm not gonna lie. If you're asking me to compare, like it's been at least 2 years
sure
since I've read either one.
Ancient Egypt, right? I'm sure.
No. That one goes. So Bloodline of the Holy Grail, if I'm not mistaken, goes back more to the
House of David.
Yeah, but it's more through Mesopotamia, and I want to say Hittites, but that just might be because I always go back to the Hittites and the that's the pre-Assyrian.
I was gonna mention
from the area of the kingdom of Edessa.
No, not necessarily. They're the upper highlands of Turkey, or Turkey, as you
That's
say
the
in
ancient
America.
kingdom of Edessa. That's the ancient kingdom of Edessa.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Odessa, like in Russia,
No.
I was going to mention.
Yes, my bad.
I was going to mention.
I apologize.
I was thinking Odessa, Crimea, the whole. But I mean, they're not that far off either, because then you also got Iran, the whole there, that whole fucking. Let's just.
Do you know where Sanlurfa, Turkey is? That's the old capital city of Odessa.
I
in that vicinity.
I mean, if there was a god, he would just drop a meteor on that whole region, and then we wouldn't have to worry about any of the oil, etc. But I mean,
I kind of like the name
what?
Sanlurfa.
Did I say that aloud? Did I say that aloud? A meteor that would take out Tel Aviv and Kiev, and everything in between.
Like nuclear weapons, much like nuclear weapons, gremlins and meteors are not real.
And aliens.
Hold on. Well, no, let's calm down, man. They might really said so on TV. But so this is the area where all the Isis, not the ancient Egyptian goddess, but the quote unquote terror.
Okay, yeah.
So,
this if you go up, if you go up to the north,
oh, dude, the Batman, dude, let's go to Batman, Turkey. What goes on there, dude?
Zoom in on that.
No. If you go up further north, that's gonna be. Fuck, man. But
I was gonna mention if I may, Jonah.
We'll stop by the Penguin and the Joker Turkey after that. Go ahead, John.
I was going to mention to Julia. If you haven't read Holy Blood, Holy Grail, and the Messianic Legacy by those three authors, they're two incredible books. And that Dan Brown movie is exactly like the dumbing, like trying to make those two books. Oh yeah, I know all about the Holy Blood, Holy Grail. I saw the Dan Brown movie. When those books were some of the deepest research those three authors did into the Masonic connections, the P2 Lodge. I'd never even heard of the P2, the Italy connection of these Masons, the most dangerous Masons in Europe, the P2 Lodge.
I learned about them from Unholy Alliance. That's a fantastic book too.
Gotcha. But I mean, the book came out in the 90s, like 89 or 90, and it just blew my mind, all the connections that it busted open on how these intelligence agencies operate with the secret societies, operate with the weird.
Todd, we know you're old. I hadn't even looked at a Playboy by 89. I mean, I still wait for my first erection.
Well, I did watch. I watched a documentary where the author of Holy Blood, Holy Grail was interviewed, and he was talking about like some Mary Magdalene stuff and
Chateau Renault or something. There's this chateau over there that has this demon. I mean, literally a devil. There's a devil there that they.
Yes, Rinley Chateau.
Wait.
Rinley Chateau.
Yes, and so he was interviewed on that, and there was basically Dan Brown, and especially like casting Tom Hanks. We all know what's up with that. Like he's
a resident of Cyprus nowadays.
And that's all in the same area as the Long Dock, right?
I saw Forrest Gump. I thought he was actually retarded in that.
Great actor.
That's Chet Hanks.
I did have
my bad. Chet forgot you never go full tard. He much like his dad. His dad remembered that at least for.
You never go full retard.
Never.
What were you saying, Julie? Go ahead, man.
Well, the thought of just something that Trump had kind of like teased everybody about, I guess, that he was going to do this big unveiling about extraterrestrials or like he's just got this bomb he's gonna drop. I think it's probably because he's trying to distract us away from finding out that his fucking ass was all up in the Epstein stuff, raping kids and doing whatever. And it's like, don't look over here, guys. I'm going to tell you about aliens. Let's focus on the aliens and not, But anyways, that being said, in this movie, with them calling the aliens like Alpha and Omega, I do think the next plan of attack would be to unveil aliens to us, but make it digestible in a way that they're like old gods or they're our friends or I do even with this movie, and they've always done it in movies,
Being
kind of.
a fan of Lovecraft, I hope it's the old gods, you know, Cthulhu, that they come out with.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
They're gonna do something like that, though. They're gonna like unveil
Totally.
it to us, but like in the way that it's good for us because they're the old gods and they've come back for us or whatever.
And they got
And
the
it's
secrets for
That,
us.
that was
I love that.
American Gods.
for
That was
us.
American Gods by
To make a movie
Neil
about that.
Gaiman.
Really.
I like your brain with that, man, because that is the kind of the concept I understand is what I'm saying by ancient alien cargo cultists. They've been.
I like the way.
God.
I like the way Julia's I like the direction you're taking, Julia. By the way, that I like that.
They
I
are
want
the
to jump
knowledge
in on
bringers,
what
right?
I want to jump in on what Julia was saying because I agree with her.
on in.
I agree with her, but I disagree with her. So yeah, I don't think Trump was that much in.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't think Trump was that much in the Epstein files because he's running his own fucking child prostitution ring with that bitch ass fucking Erica Kirk. And now, did you see that he went ahead? Did you see that he went ahead and made her the special envoy to your former branch, the U.S. Air Force, allegedly today? But having said that, Todd, I sure hope you're enjoying. Todd, I sure hope you're enjoying that $5 a gallon right about now because your boy's just really doing a bang up job over there.
Well, you know, what can you do about the price of gas?
Hey, it's gonna be short-term pain, Todd.
Here are the pizzas. A lot of buses are free because I couldn't find the goddamn place. What the? Bob. How'd you get a job? Fucking President Clinton.
You had sex with President Clinton?
Jonah, you had sex with President Clinton?
Well, that depends what the definition of is.
Well played.
Bill didn't sound good when
no, he didn't look good, did he? In the Epstein depositions, did he? He was doing too hot.
I'm kind of the lone Trump supporter in the room, Julia. I know you're not a big Trump fan because I listen to your show every show. I love your show, by the way. But I'm kind of I'm holding judgment on Trump until, you know, we get totally thrown under the bus. I'm holding out hope that he is this inside, you know, he's on the inside. He's Tom Cruise. He's woken up and went to bed every day so many times. He's finally learning how to beat the demon, you know, at the end of this thing. When you look at the dates involved in the Trump accusations, a lot of them are centered. They're anonymous in the files, and they're centered around important dates, like right before key elections, and then they totally drop off right after the elections.
Well,
they're kind of like Tom Cruise trying to stop Trump from being president.
If I may interject, it's an interesting point to bring up because there's a lot of the stuff that has been released because it's not all been released.
Limited hangout.
They got Cash App PayPal's one good eyes looking for the rest of the files right now. Those are intervention.
We need Dean Martin to talk about the limited hangout.
Dean Martin. I think it is.
Shut up, Jonah.
If you have Bill Gates asking for pharmaceuticals, Bill Gates manufactures pharmaceuticals on multiple continents. He's not going to ask Jeffrey Epstein for some antibiotics. You know what I mean? That makes
wait. If you were manufacturing the pharmaceuticals that Bill Gates is manufacturing, would you? If you were Bill Gates, whose entire thing is depopulation,
I didn't go to Congress as a teenager.
I'm just saying that there's a good way to be said that he would take his own pills because he's trying to kill the population.
I also think that Trump goes way back. You know, JJ has one of the best photos of Trump being led by Roy Cohn on a leash at Studio 64. I hate that photo. But this goes back to 1978 or something. If you think Trump don't know 76, If you think Trump doesn't know that there's people like Roy Combs that are honey trapping people,
I'm gonna go.
Trump would bury the girls in his golf course if he thought there was a problem, right? They wouldn't be out making anonymous phone calls.
I'm gonna argue. Wait.
We're not arguing Trump and golf courses or the beauty of Waco.
We'll do that on Fridays. We'll do that on Fridays.
We'll do that on Fridays. We'll table that. Yeah, we'll table that. We'll get a couple on that for some minutes for tonight's meeting, and we'll get on that. But I think a lot of what you're saying, Todd, is there's the actual emails from Epstein that are described as the Epstein files. And then the FBI released what they would describe a tranche because they want to confuse folks who don't understand what the word tranche means.
Oh, there's all kinds of shit in there that are just blanket fucking accusations that aren't even investigated. Like, why the fuck would we put an accusation?
FBI,
yeah,
it's a transcript from an FBI call center. Like, so you could call them right now and be like, "Hey, Jay, make sure you tell them JD Vance. I'm JJ Vance. Make sure you tell them JD Vance, an alien and invaded your kitchen or something and ate all your food." But what I'm saying is you can do that right now to the FBI, and that would come out later in one of their future tranches of nonsense.
Yeah, the FOIA.
I like to try to look at the dates on some of these things as they come out too. Try to look at the dates on some of them, and you go, would Trump be so stupid in 2016 to let somebody live?
Yes.
And then make an anonymous call.
You're talking about the Gloria Allred and her daughter. They held a press conference. That was their October surprise. After the grab her by the pussy failed, they rolled Gloria Allred, Miss CIA, out, right? Was it? She does. I'm thinking of Gloria Steinem as Miss CIA. Gloria Allred's the attorney lady, that bitch. So she and her daughter were the ones that represented
she was CIA too. They both were.
But I know her daughter is too. The Gloria. I can't think of Gloria Allred's daughter's name.
Steinem was I think Steinem was the one who did the magazine. Steinem was the magazine where she created feminism. And then Gloria Allred was directly involved with litigation as one of their lawyers or some shit, right?
Yeah, no, but it was her daughter that was the primary attorney. It was on the Jane Doe from October of 2016. I know the case you're talking about. They had a whole press conference and then they
Jane?
The show. No.
You mean more?
Gloria Allred's daughter.
Jane Doe?
Jane Doe.
Yeah, Jane?
Jane Doe.
Right.
Yeah, but they're making a new G.I. Jane,
Please
right?
let JJ talk. Please let JJ talk. Please don't let JJ talk.
Oh, shit.
I want to hear from Julia.
It's a salient characteristic you mentioned there. I think we left off on Julia describing the ending going to Paris and the Louvre. Did you have any other commentary on that, man?
No, I just think it's the same old with like they signal, I think, a lot in movies. I think the whole out of anywhere in the world that they would have to go to defeat these things, they got to go to Paris and they got to like it just seemed really out of place and kind of odd to me.
Yeah, it did.
So
I agree.
Yeah, that's what it made me think of. But I also think the entire Tom Cruise Mummy movie. I love the Mummy movies. Okay.
Tom Cruise Mummy.
No, the Brandon whatever the Brandon
I love them.
guy.
Love them.
Oh, Brandon Fraser.
Mummy movies.
Yeah,
and
the Brandon Fraser ones were great.
Yes, but like the Tom Cruise one, the whole thing seemed out of place. It didn't even.
He did a remake one.
Yeah,
he did it like most recent. Yeah, Mummy, like in the last 10 years.
Muppet.
It's after Brandon Fraser. Mummy. It's a remake.
Yeah.
Mummy.
It's a remake of Brandon Fraser.
It
I
was
thought
really
Jenna
out
was
of
doing Muppet.
place.
I got confused.
Yeah,
You're a fucking Muppet.
Stuff just like
And being a Muppet, you would know, John.
Literally, see.
Well, Tom Cruise never should have played Jack Reacher either.
Sorry, Julia.
Another one that made no sense.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Julie?
Not a good bit.
Go ahead, man.
No, I just think sometimes like Tom Cruise movies are just kind of out of place. I think that he was definitely, and the whole Scientology thing, like Eyes Wide Shut, very deliberate casting. You know, Kubrick doesn't make mistakes. And then they got him in this one.
Yeah, he made one mistake.
Mummy movie, huh?
Kubrick made one mistake. He didn't fucking edit the final cut of Eyes Wide Shut, so Steven Spielberg had to come in after they took his ass out.
Yeah, well, he was dead as fuck, so I don't really.
Lisa Bloom, there we go. Yeah, Lisa Bloom represent. This is Gloria Allred's daughter. Thank you.
Just to
Representative
mention,
Weinstein,
though,
there we go. That's what it was.
how-
I knew there was something there.
How is
So
it possible?
no, I appreciate those thoughts. That's some interesting analysis. So I do think that
Wait.
Tom Cruise.
Wait.
Chosen for certain. Well, no intervention, sir. Intervention. He's not only chosen for certain roles, the ones he then chooses to take. Because this is not one he produced, so it's not common. He usually produces all the ones he stars in. You know, like he's not starring unless he's producing it. Because the writer is written that McQuarrie fellow has written his Mission Impossible stuff, so they've worked together on other films. And then Doug Lyman later work on the American Made together, right?
Wait. Can I just point out that bitch's name is Allred, and then her daughter is Bloom? Like that there alone, there's some fucking definitely esoteric bullshit with the color red, and then the blooming of the fucking lotus or blooming of the flower. I can't come to it right off the top of my head, but there's something coming up with those two fucking names.
Allred
all
is
red
a very,
to Bloom.
very it's like Mormon royalty, the Allred family.
I was about to say she's connected. She's been involved in a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then their daughter's named Bloom, so there's definitely some esoteric fucking coming of age bullshit going on with that. Unless it's just the husband's name, but I doubt that. That's some bullshit that they're fucking playing games with.
That I don't know. Yeah.
They're playing some games with the fucking names to fucking get everyone caught.
So Tom Cruise did a Muppet film. I thought he was doing better in his career than that.
Wait, Phil, you didn't know that fucking Kubrick had an original cut of the Eyes Wide Shut, and then fucking the studio.
How did he not get because in your contract you could be like, I get final cut.
He fucking died after he showed it. He died after he showed it, and Steven Spielberg came back in and fucking cut the movie a second time.
Well, then there was, who was it? Tarantino's partner, one-time partner, Roger Avery, was on, Rogan's show, saying like how he was screaming outside that they took his movie. You know, the ending wasn't his.
No, he was dead.
Talked about that.
He was fucking dead.
Hasn't Tarantino's cinematographer gone on the Jeffrey Epstein Experience podcast? I mean, Joe Rogan, and described that he sees elements that are missing from
Roger Avery,
the final cut.
Was someone who at one point Tarantino kind of cast aside. I think Roger Avery actually got convicted of manslaughter at a point.
He killed somebody in his car.
Yeah,
Tarantino's only good movie.
That's the guy I'm thinking of.
Roger Avery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he killed somebody. What's new in Hollywood, right?
He did a
Tarantino's only good movie, True Romance. He didn't even do it himself. He just wrote it. True Romance.
That was
great movie.
Him and Tony Scott. Tony Scott who killed himself.
You don't like Pulp Fiction, really?
No.
I was going to leave it on the table because we're talking about a different Scientologist, not Quentin Tarantino, the Scientologist. Tom Cruise, the Scientologist.
No,
I had no idea Roger Avery killed someone, dude.
John Travolta?
Quentin Tarantino is a raging Zionist.
Well, he lives
in Hollywood.
He's Harvey Weinstein's best friend. Quentin Tarantino's Harvey Weinstein's best friend until he goes to prison.
Well, we know who Harvey Weinstein's attorney was, sir. Gloria Allred's daughter.
And
there you go, comes back again.
Rose McGowan didn't have nice things to say about Tarantino because she worked with him and Robert Rodriguez when they were doing Grindhouse. They were doing Planet Terror and that whole thing. And they said they were basically.
Can I go on a side tangent?
They were
comparing body counts. Wait 1 second. When we're doing all this Scientology talking, the thing that stuck out most to me when I rewatched this film here again, my favorite part, if you will, was the Alpha and the Omega references, because when you get all these Scientologists together, you start referencing Alpha and Omega. That's what Marianne and Robert de Grimston, the leaders of the Process Church of the Final Judgment, the offshoot or dark wing of Scientology, if you will, called themselves Alpha and Omega. That's the leader of the process. So,
can I do a quick Rose
very
McGowan
very apocalyptic theme, right? So very apocalyptic.
Tribute to him.
Yeah.
Hey, can I do a quick Rose McGowan
Scientology salute, if you will?
Before you do, Jonah.
Yeah.
The two yahoos that were in charge of the Heaven's Gate cult also used used pet names like Doe and T, Alpha, Omega. Bo and Peep. Yeah, they were into some weird shit like that too.
Marshall Applewhite. And it was his daddy. What did he do? If you go back far enough, Confederate Army officer, U.S. Revolutionary officer.
Okay, I got a quick Rose McGowan fucking tangent though.
Well, wait a second. Wilford Brimley's not in this one, bud.
No, I got a quick tangent.
Different movie,
I got a quick tangent, and it's actually a shout out to Clint because the one night we were talking about her or something, and I was like, "Oh no, you gotta watch the movie Doom Generation. It's fucking great." And I haven't watched it since like fucking 15 years, 10 years, or whatever. So he's like, "Okay, I gotta go."
Johnson.
No, it's called The Doom Generation. It's from like 1992 or 93. It's like one of the first movies she ever did. It's fucking. And then Clint messaged me. He's like, "The fuck is this softcore porn that you told me to watch?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Did you not see the scene where the dude gets his head blown off into the mustard and he fucking starts talking? And like literally, a guy gets his head blown off. He lands in the mustard and he's talking the whole time." He's like, "Yeah, that's like one scene." I'm like, "Yeah, that makes it the best movie ever. I don't give a fuck about the rest." He's like, "No, it's like softcore porn." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I don't remember any of that. I just remember the head and mustard."
I'm so glad you pulled this up, JJ, because this movie, have you seen it?
But shout out to Clint.
No, and there's so many. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes.
I haven't even heard of this film. If I have,
Yes.
I've totally forgotten about. Well, intervention. Hold on. Thank you for bringing this up because she makes a deal with the deity Set. That's interesting. And then in present-day London, construction workers discover the tomb of a Crusader knight who was buried with an Egyptian ruby and Dr. Henry Jekyll.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And look, line right below it, Chris Bale.
It's weird. It's out of place, and they mention a lot of like really bizarre shit in it. And of course, it's Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise does not fit mummy movies. I'm sorry, he doesn't.
No,
like,
this is a weird
one. They're out of place and fucking weird.
No, he would have been perfect in fucking Indiana Jones. He would have been great in Indiana Jones. Come on.
Well, this basically is Indiana. A soldier of fortune accidentally unearths the
Yeah.
ancient tomb of the trap.
But no, oh yeah, Russell Crowe. I forgot about that. But if you go down
the same. Oh, intervention. Hold on. Is this the same ancient Egyptian demonic priestess that they intervene on and get into mix with in Suicide Squad? Did they try to make her like the weapon? I think it's the same name. It's no, y'all know what I'm talking about?
No, don't. Saw the movie, can't remember the name. Yep, saw the movie, can't remember the name of the goddess. Amunet. There's a new it and Anubis and
I don't know about Suicide Squad, but the government murdered my brother.
Yeah. Want to tell that story again, John? That's a sad story. I wanted to tell Julia if I get an word in edgewise over Jonah. I want to tell Julia, even though I'm praying, Julia, that Trump isn't involved in these horrible allegations, I agree with you. I agree with you completely as I'm following your program that there are groups out there that are doing exactly what is in those files all around us. So I do agree with you completely on your premise of things.
Hey, can we get back to Edit tomorrow, Todd? Can we get back to Edit tomorrow?
Sorry, I just want to get that in.
Intervention. Donald Trump was in Home Alone too, Todd. We're talking about Edit tomorrow, aka Live Die Repeat. So I understand you might be confused because they do have two different names here for the film.
So was this supposed to be like an anime movie or something that they like whitewashed it and made?
It was an anime book. It was a Japanese. It was like a Japanese author.
Yeah, it was Japanese tentacle porn, is what it was.
If you really dig into some of the anime, it's very dystopian, like Attack on Titan, and like some of they be knowing stuff over there.
Yeah,
okay? They know.
The warrior spirit's always being encouraged over there too.
Is what the original title was in Japanimation.
We can get some fun shit with fucking Japan. They call it.
When this movie came out, it was 2014. It was 2014. By the way,
yes, sir.
2014 was a big year where they were starting to talk about super soldiers. Super soldiers were kind of in the news. Whispers of this. No, I'm talking about.
Been around
I'm talking about. The movie.
Super
I'm talking
Soldier's been
about the
around
movie.
since Terminator.
Intervention, Jody,
I'm
intervention. Let's not
saying
make
they
a
were
point here. Let's not
sneaking
make a
in
point.
to popular
I'm saying
consciousness through the conspiracy channels. They were talking about people that claimed they were super soldiers were starting to make the conspiracy circuit.
Right, I remember
And
that.
that Spears character came out that claimed he was a super soldier, and as soon as he dies, he's not really dead. They're going to wake me back up. He made that claim. If anybody remembers that story,
There was a
when
lot
he
of
died,
symbolic
he said, "When I die, don't believe it, because what they do is they take me and they give me something that wakes me back up, and then they send me back to do another mission." The Spears, something Spears, the character. I can't remember
Spears, I remember that Max Spears. He literally dies of black goo or something.
Black goo coming out of his mouth.
Wasn't it Albert Spears? Wasn't it Albert Spears?
This is how they program this consciousness.
I'm talking the
Those
Nazi guy.
suits that they were wearing in the movie, by the way, those probably were in development. We probably had those in the movie. The year they made the movie.
It's funny you say that. Around the same time at the Pentagon, I remember meetings regarding these exoskeletons.
By the way,
I remember going to see intervention. I remember seeing defense contractors we're building this exoskeleton. It's the wave of the future. Like that was a very big thing at that time. The super conspiracy culture. Intervention. One second, sir. And then the exoskeleton. So was this supposedly a Scientology reality was supposed to come to existence, but get beamed up by Xenu?
Have you seen Fallout, JJ?
I have not.
Wait, I want to jump in on the.
I love it. I love Fallout.
Yes, sir. Oh, I think you told me about this, Julia.
I want to jump in on the super soldier shit because.
Yes, sir. Are you? Wait a second. Is this
with the super soldier?
Are you a Canadian super soldier? So you chug a bunch of maple syrup and play a bunch of hockey?
No, but at the same time, so they opened up around 2012, 2013, I think it was. Obama opened up the newest version of MK Ultra, which is the Brain Initiative. If anyone listening has not been to the National Institute of Health Brain Initiative webpage, I highly recommend it. It's the modern version of. But so this is also too when they're all this brain chip. Fucking the retard Elon Musk, whose mother comes from Vagina, Saskatchewan of all places. Regina. No, it's Regina. That's what they call it. But he's out there fucking when he's doing the whole fucking whatever the brain chip fucking press conference. It's oh, look at the monkey. Look at the monkey. And they want us to believe that he's fucking a billionaire who's created multiple businesses. He's a fucking retard if you listen to him talking. He brags about eating ass burger. Having ass burger. But
we're all hungry, sir, so what we know after the show.
But the mech suits and everything, that's one thing. But at the same time, like I say, Obama started the Brain Initiative through the National Institutes of Health. And then also at the same time, the European, the EU started, it was the Brain. It wasn't an initiative because there's three different ones. There's the European Union version of the Brain Initiative. That's the American for sure. And then there was a Chinese version. And all three of them are talking about manipulating brain structures, cognitive warfare, and that's all about trading. They call it. So it's the BMU, right? It's the brain mind BMI, brain mind interface, where they're fucking. There's literally white papers talking about soldiers already having brain mind interfaces. So what the fuck's that about, right? But everyone wants to worry about fucking Elon Musk, who wants to fucking diddle monkeys on stage, fucking putting a chip in your head.
I don't know if he's doing that. I don't know if that's an accurate assessment.
Amber Heard was pimping bitches to him.
Whoa, was that what happened?
When she wasn't shitting on someone's bed?
Yeah, in the trial, she was selling bitches like Cara Delevingne and a bunch of others to fucking Elon Musk. It came out in trial.
I think I missed that. I think I missed that part of the film, sir. I think I missed that part of the film.
No.
That's amazing. I didn't know that about you.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby. I do music.
So you just really quick. For the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Musician and a magician.
What's up with that fucking pendant that she's wearing, though?
Maybe she mimics.
No. It's a modernized version of something old school. But I can't put. No. It kind of looks like the Omega. Actually,
Lightning strike.
the letter, but
double lightning strike.
Well, I appreciate all of you folks joining me here. I appreciate all you joining me here tonight to Guild GCD, and I appreciate you folks at the interwebs joining us here tonight to Guild GCD. I figure we bring this in for a closing, go around the horn here for any closing statements or last thoughts on tonight's film, and figure we start off with the Cosmic Piece. Julia, man, go right ahead if you have some closing thoughts or plugs or statements there.
I am so glad to join you for little Tom Cruise March Madness.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Yeah, great selection. Anything he's in, people need to pay attention to because it's probably something fucked up, you know. But yeah, no, this one was pretty cool. I like this one. I think the ending kind of like wraps it all up with the weird Paris Louvre stuff. But yeah, next month. You should. Are you keeping up with a theme or what? Or are you choosing?
We booked one. We booked one for sure, though, right?
We got a tax day special with the producers coming up next month. I'm not sure what the theme will be, but there'll definitely be a theme next month.
Okay, all right. Well, just hit me up if you're still interested in talking about serial killers on some Sunday.
Oh, well, no, well, definitely. I appreciate your reminder. You'll be joining me for a future Operation GCD Live Sundays coming up. Talk some murder.
Yes, yeah, that sounds like fun. But thanks for having me, JJ.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And Troublemaker Jonah, you've lived up to your name as always, sir, and I appreciate that. It's not false advertising.
So right here, and it's not just a moniker. I can't even fucking point. Oh goddamn! I'm gonna spill my fucking monster. But as in the movie, support your local science store. I there we go. Triple J Squad, Triple J. I'm out JJ, and I'm the Triple J because fucking in the movie he was the J Squad, and then JJ. I'm Triple J, bro. Triple J Squad. Anyways, but let's go ahead. Don't be a fucking communist. Leave a like. Send a super chat. And especially don't be a fucking communist. The like is free. And go ahead and join JJ. He's got the free Patreon, and then he's got the $5 or some other shit. I don't even fucking know. But don't be a cheap bastard.
I appreciate it, sir. Appreciate the advertisements. I appreciate your time and your insights. I really enjoyed
I always
Esoteric taking the film.
I always come and give a good, I can't afford it with the fucking exchange rates. I'm just saying.
You're known for the willing and wanton acts of barn burning, sir. I have to admit, and so is our next.
And you know what?
All of y'all are. I appreciate all y'all's time in barn burning.
And I will blow a little smoke up my ass because I can be ignorant and obnoxious. But I mean, I can be ignorant and obnoxious, but I always come in with the wild takes. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It's like, oh wait,
I don't disagree,
you talk like that, but you still have fucking knowledge to you? Yeah, no. because I don't give a fuck. Fuck
You're
you,
not
Todd.
redacted name in
You're
the
next.
Epstein file, and
Fuck you, Todd. You're
redacted
next.
name in the Epstein file. The
You know you love me, Jonah.
Dewey Decimal System.
I know.
Z.
No, JJ, you got to do a real wild fucking Todd. Fucking smokes a bunch of weed. I'll eat like a handful of shrooms, and we'll do a fucking Fridays. 3 of us.
Well, that sounds like a double
Oh,
Friday.
any Fridays, please. Yeah.
Well, Phil Z, did you have any? Appreciate your time, sir, and your insights as always. Your secret agent of the Dewey Decimal System, and you've spread your Dewey Decimal business far and wide. I appreciate your insights. Do you got any closing thoughts on tonight's film or about Tom Cruise and his banging dead fish? Maybe we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, he had.
Hey, man. She prefers the starfish.
According to the Crazy Days and Nights blog, he's got a number of posts up there about the rumors surrounding.
Hey, just because she prefers the starfish, I mean, I don't always want them active.
Halibut man. I think he's more of a halibut man myself.
He's got the Troy McClure from The Simpsons fixation. High break for the Springfield Aquarium. I was very happy to be here to assess Risky Business and Cocktail and the greatest of the Tom Cruise movies. And then I came here for this.
The early era.
Yeah.
So you prefer Tom Cruise hooking up with a tranny in the suburbs of Chicago, is what you're telling me, sir? And jamming out to Bob Seger.
Well, no,
real life.
That's prime time Cruise right there. Huh?
Hey,
Who was that? Was that Rebecca De Mornay? Who was that?
It's got the greatest line. Sometimes you just got to say, "What the fuck." That's what you got to go with. But no,
and just use your parents' house to host a prostitution ring. Sometimes you just got to do
it. How dare you use that phrase? I've never said that word in my life.
No, it was a really, really good movie. To be honest, you could technically make it 2 months of Tom Cruise, esoteric film reviews. You want to throw in a few good men. You want to throw in.
Don't dare me, sir. Don't you dare me.
All Mission Impossibles. All Mission Impossibles.
The first 2 Mission
Every Mission Impossibles.
You could throw in Robert Town. Throw in that connection.
The Mummy, dude. I want to watch this one. I haven't even heard of that one.
With Jerry Maguire, you got Kelly Preston. Got another Scientologist. You throw in.
Secret Scientologist.
Yep. You got
Jay Moore. He's married to the Lakers lady.
Yeah. Jeannie Buss. Yep.
Jeannie Buss. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many
areas to go.
How about The Outsiders?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we can go some,
There you go. Go way back.
Hey, wait. The Outsiders house is in A-Slut.
Yeah.
I love The Outsiders. Actually,
Fantastic.
You know that you can see the house
for the movie.
You have a tattoo of The Outsiders?
Yeah, nothing gold can stay.
It was a great book. That was a great book. They made us read that.
Yeah, they made it.
The Outsiders, and that was then. This is now.
And I love
it. Was fantastic.
And The Outsiders house is actually a museum in A-Slut, Oklahoma. I mean Tulsa, but if you say it backwards, it's A-Slut.
I've been there.
I didn't know that.
But Jonah's been banned because he broke the exhibit last time he went to the museum there.
No, man, I was at the Center of the Universe, though. You ever been to that fucking spot? Any of you guys have ever been to Center of the Universe in Tulsa? Yeah.
I've actually never been to Tulsa.
But
I've been
I
to
wanted
OKC.
to go to the Outsiders house more. But just so you know, in case anybody wants to fucking go to this place, it is in a crack-headed fucking neighborhood. All wrapped around it is crackheads and $1 generals. So just know that.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You got any vampires there?
Hey, wait.
Go walk the streets of JJ, man. That'd be cool.
Interview with the Vampire. There's another one.
I was going to do an interview with the vampire. I figured that was for another, maybe a different.
I definitely would have been on that one. I fucking love that movie.
So
I feel like that was too easy. I am a vampire hunter. I feel like that was too easy.
No. In A-Slut, Oklahoma, I mean Tulsa. I always say the A-Slut because it's backwards, but anyways. I got dyslexic for that word, but no, if you go there, there's a place called Center of the Universe, and that's where they have the replica of the not the United Nations, the Twin Towers. They have an exact replica. It's 1/3 scale, and they have a fucking cloud in front of it blowing up with planes falling from the sky. but there's a place called Center of the Universe, and you stand in the middle of this fucking big circle, and you yell, you do whatever. No one around you can hear it. It's some fucking weird fucking anomaly sound, and people will be just standing 1 foot away from you, yelling in your face. But because of the way the fucking no, you have to go there, man. It's wild.
Your dyslexia, sir, just blew up my brain hole because Altus Air Force Base is just outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Altus is simply Tulsa spelled differently.
Yeah,
true.
I just now I didn't realize that, dude.
Yeah,
there's nothing in Altus either, because I mean I lived for like 12 years, 13 years in Oklahoma. There's nothing in Tulsa. There's nothing in Altus.
No,
Kaiser.
How about
Kaiser's a huge fucking Zionist is in Oklahoma, Tulsa.
You ever been over that side of there? What is that?
What was that, JJ?
Advanced Air Force Base. You're gonna besmirch my namesake and tell me there's nothing. There is no Enid, Oklahoma. There's nothing there.
There's nothing in Enid either. My ex-husband works for the Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma.
Okay, yeah.
City. And but yeah, no, I mean, like, if you're not in Oklahoma City, there's not shit to.
I mean, there's the Murrah building.
Around. I mean,
well, it used to be there.
Yeah,
it's the Murrah building.
I just gotta close this thing out here if you don't mind. Todd the Wizard, sir, appreciate your time and insight as well. Do you have any closing thoughts or Bob Dylan songs you would like to share with us?
I always love to sing Bob Dylan. But I just want to say thank you, Phil, for showing up. Love your analysis commentary. You are a walking encyclopedia, sir. Thank you for being here. Cosmic Peach, Julie, I'm a big fan of yours from way back. I've been listening to all your shows. Love your research. Man, you broke up in so many things, that I was unaware of. I really liked your series on the guy over in Belgium, that Dutroux. Man, that was good stuff. Right, that thing you did, spooky. That tells you right there. There's shit going on all over that you can't imagine. And just because that no one's getting arrested for Epstein, and we've learned about Epstein doesn't mean they cleaned anything up.
JFK Jr. is going to save us all.
But
are you
the Dutroux affair just points out that, man, this is a system. This isn't like an anomaly. This is something that they're protecting. It's all part of the program. It's all part of the conditioning. Okay, thank you guys for coming on. I love Jonah. I love Jonah, but you have to put your glass objects away when he comes to the house, right? Everybody knows that. Hide your glass items because shit can get busted every time Jonah comes.
Why the fuck would you think that they would ever arrest anyone involved in a blackmail ring, whether it's fucking Epstein or the fighters or any of these? Because all they're gonna do is take the blackmail and become the new blackmailer. Like, why the fuck would you ever expect anything differently?
That's a good point.
Included.
There's thousands of Americans out there. By the way, I've been shot with a laser beam twice.
Stay vigilant, folks. Watch your back. Duck and cover. They got 10.
Well, that's it. That's the show here, folks. So the next time you're out on the town, visiting your local watering holes, or perhaps just meandering around, and you hear the unmistakable sounds of metal clanking, and you spot signs of a disturbance, well, check your six. Look in that garbage can, because you never can tell. The GCDs may be loose in your town.